My name is Mike Facey. I am a bassist and guitarist and educator. My love for music definitely came from my parents, first and foremost. Music was always in the house growing up. My dad is an avid blues guy, so we were always listening to blues records. And then my first kind of encounters with jazz, it would be, I remember for special days, it was always a jazz record. You'd get out the vinyl and it would be Kind of Blue or Blue Train or something like that. And I took up guitar at maybe the age of 6 or 7 after bothering my parents for a bunch of years, and they finally gave in and got me guitar lessons. I think like most bass players, I picked up the bass kind of out of necessity. There was a local band and they needed a bass player, and it fell on me and I fell in love with it. I went to CU and was able to study upright bass. I was in the jazz studio working initially with Mark Simon and then eventually with Bijou Barbosa, and in the classical studio with Paul Earhart. I got to experience a lot of kind of what the bass world had to offer between classical and jazz. I have a good friend in our valley named Lester Price, and he's playing as a blues player with harmonic liberties, and that's kind of where I see myself now. Is it's eclectic. It's definitely drawing from, these days, as much from Led Zeppelin and Hank Williams and Townes Van Zandt as it is from Wayne Shorter and Keith Jarrett. To come from learning this music and to go into teaching it and now passing it on to kids, it's been a super humbling experience. It's insanely gratifying to be able to pass it on and, you know, take part in what these kids are gonna become. It's so important that kids coming up today are able to discover this music. Jazz it's so beautiful, and it's maybe so foreign at first to what you're hearing on the radio. It's such a breath of fresh air when you see a kid hear jazz for the first time and dig it, and they almost always do. It's a thing that I think kids are seeking out, that you don't really need to sell them on. They just, once they hear it, once they play it for the first time, it's a great thing to see. For me, there's kind of no separation between my life and music. It's in some way, music is always happening in it. Whether it's obviously listening or playing, or just songs stuck in your head, or hearing music and anything you hear or experience throughout your day.